guys, in the next series of videos we're going to be looking at the theme of feminism and gender in Shakespeare. We're going to briefly look at some of the historical context of feminism and gender from this time. We will then look at some examples of different presentations of feminism and gender from Shakespeare's plays. We will then analyse an extract of Shakespeare and go through a potential essay structure to answer a question on the theme of feminism and gender in Shakespeare.
So, firstly, let's take a look at the theme of feminism and gender in Shakespeare's time. The fluidity of gender is a major theme in many of Shakespeare's plays. We can see this in plays such as Twelfth Night, where Viola dresses up as a boy and her characteristics become more male, and there is a kind of fluidity between male and female in many of Shakespeare's plays, especially the comedies. In Shakespeare's time, women were not allowed on stage. Men would dress up as women to portray these female characters. So it's really important to be aware of that and write about that in the exam, because the way that a play would have come across would have been very different if it was played by a man or if it was played by a woman. Feminism as a concept didn't really exist in Shakespeare's time. However, there were a few female Renaissance figures who strived for independence. There were writers such as Margaret Cavendish, who wanted to be independent, but it was relatively uncommon for women to be completely independent, and especially uncommon for women to be financially independent. However, this was a time when they had a female monarch. Elizabeth I was an incredibly strong female monarch. She is a difficult person for feminists of today to analyse, because she was both a strong and powerful and independent and rich woman, but also she upheld traditional gender roles of chastity and purity and female beauty and frailty. So she's a very complex figure, and you can see influences of her and the idea of her as the head of the nation in Shakespeare's plays. There are quite a few strong female characters in Shakespeare's plays, and we perhaps see the idea of Elizabeth I reflected in them, or the idea of the fluidity of gender, and this is a picture from Twelfth Night here, and this is Viola dressed up as Cesario. And there's an interesting relationship between gender and sexuality in this play.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're looking for an amazing A-level English literature resource, join me today in my series of engaging bite-sized video tutorials. Together, we will concisely cover all the important concepts required by your exam board specification, as well as practically apply what we have learnt through exam-style questions, focusing on how best to structure your answers in order to maximise marks. See you soon, and together let's make A-level English literature a walk in the park.